We were waiting. I didn't want to screw it up really bad.
Let's start with letting South Korea and Japan get nuclear weapons if they want.
Yeah, no, that's not a good idea.
And NATO?
You know,
Depends what
actually,
Trump
there's
has
a
said
little
then.
bit of an issue of mission creep with NATO.
Yeah.
But you know, Gary and I both got booed for saying we wouldn't get out of the United Nations. And the word that I wanted to reject firmly is isolationism. That's a very bad word in my lexicon, and I do believe in constructive engagement all around the world. I agree with the Libertarian Party and Gary about non-interventionism. I do think that in retrospect the invasion of Iraq has destabilized and made worse the Sunni-Shia conflict, which I spent a fair amount of time in the Middle East. It's a very dangerous form of religious sectarianism. It's not aimed at us, it's internal to the Middle East and to the Sunni and Shia areas of the world, but tremendous power for explosive conflict, probably second only to Islamic jihadism in terms of destabilizing.
So how about confronting ISIS? What would you do or not do?
Well, you know, I think the libertarian point of view is an invincible defense for openers, and I think that has to be superior air power projected around the world, don't hide it under a bushel, and superior sea power. You know, people in the Middle Eastern countries are terrified that we're going to take the Fifth Fleet and steam it out of Bahrain Harbor back to the Gulf of Mexico, leaving them to the tender mercies of Iran, where the Gulf of Hormuz is concerned. So the placement of our naval forces and the ability to be in two places, not just one place, at the same time is tremendously important. You notice I haven't yet got to boots on the ground because that's the third of three, I think. And in terms of confronting, if ISIS is beheading a bunch of Americans to teach us a lesson, they got to be not long for this world. I'm just sorry, I'm not sure exactly how you get there, but they've got to be not long for this world, and it doesn't really matter where they are. That's an act of war against the United States. A little act of a little war, but I would treat it as such.